Hi, Allison here, Alicine Stitchin', and I am here to share with you a fabulous September. We went on a lovely Queen Mary II holiday around from Southampton over to Cobb or Cork, County Ireland, up around to Liverpool, and then to Ivergordon, Scotland, and then to Queensferry, Scotland. I think we're originally supposed to go to Isle of Mull, and I didn't read the details as they were our wait to go since May progressed, and they cut out Isle of Mull, my people. Anyway, we had a lovely time. And then my travel stitch video today is going to be mostly our excursions that we took at all 5 stops. Every other day was a day at sea. It was just beautiful. The one day over to Ireland was very rocky, and being jet lagged, it was a little tough, but we got used to it, and it was a beautiful sight. The North Sea, the channel, English Channel. We did Cork County countryside, and we went to Kinsale where we invested in some crystal. We went and did an excursion called Laid Back Liverpool. Really neat. It was super, of course, informal about the Beatles and where they grew up and their inspirational spots. Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields, Eleanor Rigby. We went to Cawdor Castle, and then we went to the Culloden battlefield where the Jacobites fought I can't remember, but I've been there before with student travel, and a beautiful new visitor center has been built in the last 8 years, and it was really a nice thing to walk through. We weren't just out on a field hearing the story. Really interactive. And finally, we visited Stirling Castle and drove through the Trosac hillsides. It was wonderful. Okay, let me get on this. I want to try to keep this video under an hour. It's been really hard to edit it down. I think I started with an hour and 50 some minutes, and no, I've got to keep cutting. So please forgive me. Let's see. So my stitch finishes. I finished my Tiny Modernist Halloween crystal ball and have it mounted on a pillow that I purchased at Michael's. I took it apart and got my Halloween crystal ball mounted here for one said birthday boy. The other finish I have, thank you Tracy for sharing this pattern with me, is stitch or sip, stitch, repeat. And I went a little crazy and did the, of course, Roy G. Biv with the buttons, and then changed up to my favorite blue and made it my own. I love it. Thank you. Gotta do something with that now. Get it framed, or I haven't decided what I want to do. Let's see, my whips are, of course, number one, my focus is my Fox and Rabbit. I am on just finishing the 3rd. I just have this purple to finish right here and here of this August, September release. And so I'm gonna have to have one more. And unfortunately, the pattern is released October 1st, and I'm sure it's already up and for October, but I've got to be disciplined and focused and finish this 4th one, which I will do, I promise. My Fox and Rabbit, I should say, is being done on 20 count Rosemary Ada, hand-dyed Zweigart by Vintage Needle Arts. The start that I made on the airplane, which is Hands-On Designs, Sun, Surf, and Sea. And I started that in my seat on the airplane. And I was chugging away at it. It's being done on 32 count straw linen by Weeks Dye Works. Cross stitch patterns that I have invested in. I will share these 3 with you. This is a Tiny Modernist Harvest Moon. I also ordered and kitted up Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. Just love it. That is fabulous. That fabric that the model is done on is absolutely gorgeous. And the last thing I got this last month was this strawberry pin cushion. Love it. I also received in the mail, I got my subscriptions to Keepsake calendar. And the ones that I really dig, this is, I love to hate this and hate to love this. It's absolutely awesome, don't you think? And then this one. Tea is everything. It solves everything. Wonderful. And with Hirschner's and Craftways, I subscribe to this, and here's this year's Christmas book. And let's see, my favorite, of course, is Night Before Christmas. Santa's working on the tree, and for me, the grandkids are there on the stairs. Darling. Quilt-wise, I had to finish yesterday and walked it over and gifted it to our neighbors who 2 weeks ago had their baby girl, Eloise, and I finished this. It is called Guess How Much I Love You, and I got this through, I believe, Shabby Fabrics. And all the stuff I needed for it. And then I had so many goodies left over that I ordered another panel just so I'd have it in the bank in my craft room. The other thing I'm working on is Meadow Mist Design Magnificent Mystery Quilt. And it's just got this many fabrics, which I of course chose, and I have yet to start it, so I'll get on that. The first Thursday of the month, I'm gonna get the next in the lineup, so I really need to get going with that. And the last thing I'll be focusing on is, and this isn't hard, I just need to do this 3rd house block that I am following along with Amanda Rolfe on YouTube. I hope you have a great fall. The weather so far has been beautiful. We had incredibly sunny days everywhere we visited in Scotland and Ireland. It was just gorgeous, wonderful. And here's a little visit with Eric, and then we'll get into my travel stitch video, September. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you have experiences in any of these place locales and would like to share, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you or any questions about what I've shared with you. Take good care. See you next month. Bye for now. Okay, coffee time. Good morning. I need you to help me express your feelings about our Scotland trip. Hit it, Eric Johnson.
Enjoyed it. Flight over was terrible. My mindset wasn't into it, but eventually grew into it. Yeah.
What helped you grow into it? I love that you shared.
I've been having neck and back problems, and Allison had signed me up for a deep tissue massage on the ship. And boy, did I not want to go, but boy, am I glad I did go.
Yeah.
The technician worked on me for a good solid 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Trying to loosen everything up, and he goes, I have never had somebody's muscles as tight as yours are, and I need a chisel to knock everything loose.
Down your shoulder blades.
Down the shoulder blade and across the shoulder and into the neck. So after 70 minutes, things started loosening up a little bit, and he strongly suggested that I come back for another one about a day or two later, which I did do, and he did another 100 minutes on it, using the hot stones, and really dug even further.
Yeah.
Tears were coming down my face, but boy, it felt good afterwards. So
Excellent.
I'm very glad I did
Excellent. Okay, so we did Southampton to Cobb, Ireland, Cork, County of Cork, the Isle of Liverpool, then Oban, and then Ivergordon, and finally South Queensferry, and then back to Southampton. Anything stand out as your favorite?
I think it was the last tour. What was that one?
That was, we did 5 tours. Stirling Castle and the Trossachs.
Yep, that was probably my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
The countryside was absolutely gorgeous. The bus ride was smooth.
Windy road.
Windy roads, I will say that. And the bus ride was outstanding.
You could trust him.
Yeah, you could definitely trust him.
He was doing very well.
And the tour guide just made everything come to life.
Andy and Sandy.
Andy and Sandy. Andy was the tour guide and Sandy was the driver.
They did a great job.
Really enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you very much, honey. It was lovely. And when we were leaving down the escalator from the gangway to he said, hey, when are we going to see you again? And Eric was like, oh, maybe next year. I'm home. Really? Okay. All right. Thank you, honey. What are we seeing, Eric? Do you remember the title? Now, telling us to turn our phones off, so all right. It's gonna be great. butler. Look at our balcony. Look at, we have even a chaise. Hello, Southampton. Awesome. Nice. Chocolate there. And it keeps the bubbles, huh? Keep all happy ice. And then we've got to do cheers, sweetheart. Love
On
you.
board.
Yes, we
Another
are.
adventure. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Not my kind of thing, but.
Exit the coach as quickly as we can, yeah, and then Tony's going to be driving around the block until we are ready to come back on it in say 20 minutes. The right hand side, and if you look for the white and pink house, we'll crawl slowly past so everybody gets a chance to look at it. There's people standing out front of that house. So that's where Ringo lived. And this is St. Peter's Church that you can see just ahead of us.
Eleanor Rigby somewhere in there.
Yeah, unrelated though to the.
Unrelated.
That you can see, that's a bandstand that was installed there a couple of years ago, and if it looks familiar, it's because it looks like the drum off the Sgt. Pepper album cover. So we're stopping here just for a few minutes.
Welcome to Strawberry Field.
It has stained glass windows, and this is a particularly beautiful pub because it has a very nice themed rooms, but also the best place inside of that is something that I've never actually seen, which is the gentleman's bathroom.
Liverpool Cathedral was erected 1904 to 1978. There was a quilt right inside the front door on the wall, and I believe it was completed in 2024. It's called Threaded Together. In 1978, the cathedral was completed with the installation of this stained glass window. As we continued through the cathedral, we saw a huge event was being set up. The Liverpool World War II Museum came about from someone filing a restaurant building permit, and in the basement was found all this equipment and project and World War II radios to communicate with London. 90% of supplies from North America came through Liverpool, and it was found just as they left it.
I hope you got that.
I did.
The Johnsons burned down the boat.
Yes, we did. Did you see the
Let me do the power for you.
Wow, that's a lot. That's beautiful. Wow. Please. Nice. That's good. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. I will.
Awesome. Cheers, honey.
Like it, man.
Coast Guard out of Bangor, Wales, was here to help rescue a person who was very sick and needed stabilizing.
So off of that, onto that. So they get it down to water level.
I guess it's more secure if she's still attached to our
Boat.
Boat?
Just hovering above the water.
hovering above, rather than setting her loose.
And then having both boats bouncing up and down.
That's right.
Feeling on the right thing.
Yes.
I can't tell if somebody's on or
Oh, they're going to drive her all the way in.
Yeah. Apparently.
Interesting. So maybe they made the decision just while we've been here to not board the Coast Guard ship or fire ship, but to just go all the way into. That's a long trip.
Well, we're going to be here for a while. Because I can't see them leaving the tender there.
No, because it has our crew on board and probably our doctor. Didn't those guys expect to help with that?
Mm.
Interesting. Maybe the party is so delicate they couldn't do it. There's no place to put them on that
Yeah, there's
fireboat
no real place to put them on that.
to safely keep them.
Yeah. They'd probably be riding outside in the cold.
Yeah. So they're chaperoning them.
Yep.
Well, I hope they're all right. Put the pedal to the metal on that. What do they call those?
Tender.
Tenders?
I bet you there's top speed right there, pretty close to.
No Los Angeles style helicopter coverage and media. Instead, we were in the Bangor News the next day. Heading into Oban, Scotland this morning, known as the seafood capital and gateway to the Isles. No problem. It's famous for its historic single malt Scotch whiskey produced at Oban Distillery.
Scotland is the land of the bens, the mountains, the lochs, the lakes, and the glens, the valleys. We've got over 30,000 fresh water lochs. Loch Ness, just for example, just Loch Ness on its own, which is one of 30,000 freshwater lochs, has already 7.5 cubic kilometers of water. It is more water than all the rivers and all the lakes of England and Wales combined, and just one of 30,000 Scottish lochs. We've got a lot of water, but over towards Loch Etty, if you're looking inland, you see also to Ben Quachan, which is over 1,200 meters tall. So this is the outgoing tide, and it's not a very strong tide. Sometimes it's racing, it's very strong, but at least you get the idea when you're looking at now the peninsulas, on some islands, fantastic islands, for example, of Ramegg, Marcana. We've got our highest mountain in the UK here, so there's a lot of fantastic scenery. It was even discussed if maybe a third national park should be created here in Scotland, the Loch Harbour National Park.
We have arrived at the ski resort at Ben Nevis in Fort William. It is Ben Nevis, the tallest mountain in the UK at some 4,400 feet plus. And our trip includes the gondola ride up to almost the top, not quite. So pretty. What's that you say?
Said it's a pretty impressive ski area, not a tree in sight.
Yeah, just bald, grassy hillsides. Look at that. And somewhere around here is the tallest mountain in, what did he say? The UK or Europe? No, UK. I think it was what, 4,200 feet? Love to walk to the top of that one. It's been too fast, but I'm so glad that we made it up here.
If you're looking now, you're getting good views over to the Queensferry. Right there. mountain you're going to see on the left is the paps of Glencoe, and beyond the mountains of Glencoe. Enjoy the view.
There's our chef, huh? Do you believe? Looks pretty. Oban is famous for having gorgeous sunsets. Gotta take it in. We've got the reverse sunset. Look at that. We're gonna do a picture right now. All right. Our table mate, the other Eric, requested crepe Suzette, which used to be on the menu, and our maitre d' cooked it right up for us. What a beautiful job. So I think it was 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, maybe a cup or 3/4 of a cup of sugar, half a cup maybe. And then it looked to me like 3 to 4 cups of orange juice, brandy and Grand Marnier, and boil it down, saute or cook the pre-made crepes, and then serve with ice cream.
And we have that for breakfast in the morning.
Beautiful. Eric, what do you think about the dessert right there?
I'll let you know as soon as I bite into it.
Okay,
It's fantastic.
absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So, brandy, sugar, orange juice. Awesome. Vanilla ice cream.
So they're pockets. I know it doesn't seem like it, but
A colonial pocket.
Yeah. So they're a lot bigger than modern
Sure.
day ones, which is slightly annoying. I think we should have better ones today.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. So-
I purchased a kit for a pocket.
Oh, amazing! Yeah. It's quite rewarding in a way. If you know what I mean. Once you get like the whole shebang, it looks really pretty once it's made
And
up
what
together.
all do you have in your
Yeah, so
kit?
these are kind of wee bits and bobs. So you've got like examples of what the thread would be like. So it's a little bit rougher than today. For example, I'm using modern thread, so it's a bit more
Oh, it is.
nicer.
Stiff,
So
yeah.
you've got I have stuff like silk as well. I don't have any here at the moment.
Sure.
But for example, that's silk there, so you can feel it if you fancy the difference. Do you think?
Oh my goodness.
So it is a lot softer.
Very much so. Is the grey also silk?
No, I think that's just normal cotton
Okay.
actually. But yeah, so I think that's only the wee yellow is silk as well.
Okay.
But it's a wee bit more expensive, of course.
Sure.
Especially back then, especially colourful dyes is a real ticker, if you know what I mean. Most people probably wouldn't be able to afford fancy embroidery. So the idea is when we have our costumes all set up and go, be a sign of wealth and status as well.
So, like, we are familiar with Civil War reenactments. You all do.
Yeah, exactly.
reenactments.
So, particularly with the soldiers get a lot of costumes as well. So we want to bring a little bit more women's involvement in it. They'd be involved in the camps in the background. Sometimes the wives would actually make the cartridges before the battle begins. So, you know, they would be often, unfortunately, getting lead poisoning like their husband. So, as nice as egalitarian as it sounds. Yeah, that's me pinkish and good. And that's examples of what the beginnings of stuff like tartan would look like as well. So,
And then each goes with a family?
sometimes to an extent, it becomes a bit more of a Victorian invention, the idea of clown tartan. You would have different colours. You'd have like a red, basically, for normal day-to-day. You'd have a green for hunting. You don't want to fight the animals.
Okay.
They say as well you might have had a morning tartan as well, so a kind of darker grey. But it really does just depend what dyes you have naturally available. So you use stuff like lichen. I don't know if you have that so much, but it's stuff grows over rocks, so you boil it up. And that's where you get all your yellows as well. So unfortunately it depends on your amount of money you can spend. most clan chief would be able to have something quite well off, quite fancy, but the rest of the clan maybe not so much. So yeah, it's
by status.
exactly.
Okay.
There we go. So even like the idea of the basket hill broadsword, you think everyone's going to have one of them. The government army loot all the Jacobites after the battle, and they find they've got more musket guns than they do basket hills. So I think that shows kind of how expensive those swords really were. So you'd only have one if you're the clan chief, or his aide, the taxman. The lower soldiers would only really have the swords and the shields, as well as a musket gun. For example, as well, I've got a black rose here, and I'm going to work in a white rose there. So the idea is, if you're a government supporter, you have a black rose. If you're a Jacobite, you've got a white rose. So you just have a kind of wee white crisscross on top of your hat there. Now, in the aftermath of the battle, it's a terrible thing to be a Jacobite. You can never be allowed to be one. So even if you're growing white roses in your garden, it's a punishable offence. So gardening becomes a pleasing aside.
Wow!
Yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Thank you very much.
no, please enjoy your time over.
All right, what do you got going on here, Johnson?
We got muskets.
Muskets.
Flintlock.
Okay, so where that was a royal case, this is the more modern, or
this is the
average dude.
Some of it, yeah.
Of framed holly, leaf, and berries, the castle was built around this old hollyberry tree. Here's the early 1970s kitchen, so they didn't have to cook downstairs. In this basement kitchen. Old toys from the yard and the walled garden. Here's the flower garden, so pretty, still in bloom. We enjoyed walking and visiting Cotter Castle. Now back to the ship. Got back for some steak and ale pie. Oh my goodness. And this tea was wonderful. Oh, it was so delicious. We found our way to the top deck so I could take some fabulous pictures. Love it. Such a pretty day. Really blessed. Here's the Queen's bell. And here's my walk. back in the room. I had a finish today. Yay! Thanks, Tracy. So I guess as soon as they're off their buses,
Yep.
we're expected to depart.
After they check everybody in and make sure all the numbers match up.
And then they'll start calling names.
Yep.
Every time the farewell piper finishes a tune, he waves, and the Queen Mary 2 blows her horn. Awesome. They did that about 3 or 4 times. I did see this bubbly happen on the other side. So as soon as he removed that gangway, they pulled the ropes and we be done. Wonderful. Bye-bye, Ivergordon, Scotland. It's been great. So sunny. I feel like going away is far faster than coming in.
Yeah, because he has to bring the ship in slower. Going away from the dock, it doesn't matter.
That's true.
You're going to slam against.
Yeah. My appreciated sommelier, Eisen, and our lovely table. Here is an enchilada. And here's our route, headed to Edinburgh. Blow it up. This is the 4th bridge, a cantilever railway bridge, which is across the Firth of Forth, west of Edinburgh. It was completed in 1890 and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Our trip today is up to Stirling Castle, home to the Scottish kings and the Stuart dynasty.
If you want to see if you find an order that works for you, you will be looking for the unicorn just being at peace first, then starting to get attacked with compositions that are very much more focused on quality, skill, tools, unicorn, and then a scene of battle, a lot of violence, but then it's a hunt, the unicorn is caught, and then it's killed. So you will also be looking at a tapestry with not just one dead unicorn. And then in the end, the resurrection, with traces of the violence that happened.
I read later in another display that all these tapestries had been recreated in the early 2000s by artisans from all over the world.
Doing a bit of embroidery, my lady.
Beautiful.
Working on the little thistle heads here. They're not quite finished at the moment. I still need to add a couple more things. But this is what it's going to look like in the end.
How beautiful.
I'm almost done, as you can see.
You are?
So everything was traced up beforehand, and then I did all the outlines in black here in the middle, and in dark green here with a stem stitch, and then filled up with like a long and short type of stitch, like crewel work. And then the leaves here with a satin stitch, and now I'm on the thistle heads. So it's the last stage, but I still have like different little micro stages in between.
No, that's just the way we are though. Not an easy kingdom to be in charge of. Anybody with any sense doesn't want the job. But that's what it means to be the monarch of the Scots.
This great hall was built in 1503, and over the many centuries it has been used by the army, and it was reopened in 1999 by Queen Elizabeth.
But most importantly of all, and this is really the reason people spent so much money on tapestries, they were a form of display, of magnificence. Tapestries were incredibly expensive, so a large display of silk and gold-woven tapestries was a very immediate demonstration of wealth and
The colors were matched for the new tapestries by investigating the back of all the old tapestries and trying to make the closest match. This is a cartoon for creating the pattern for the weaver to follow. This diagram shared with us the time frames that the individual weavers spent working on the project. These panels can be lifted with that handle, and you can read about the artist and their goals and where they were from. So they were hit from the behind, the back?
They look at the back to determine the color to make the new tapestries.
Interesting. Oh, right. So the old ones.
Yeah.
Very good. They used the old thread color on the back that was shielded from the sun because blues, reds, and purples. Yes. Very good. We enjoyed our lunch at Liz McGregor's and shopped, and I found beautiful sweaters in this artistry shop, and then we headed back through the Trossachs, beautiful fall colors.
The very famous composer, he came up here as well. He's a Highland Overture, very, very well known. Lord Byron, another one. John Ruskin, many others. It was a real place of pilgrimage for these artistic types back in the 19th century. And they wrote about it, of course, and they made people want to come here as well.
You do have your fall colors coming.
It is coming towards autumn or fall. Yeah. It's the trees are starting to turn. Just at the beginning at the moment. Some of them are further along than others. A lot of the underbrush below is bracken and heather. We've lost the very, very bright purple colour of the heather and the yellow colour of the gorse. That's very much in the early part of the year. So this is very colourful up here in spring. But this kind of romanticism has always brought people here right up to the present day. So even today, a lot of the literature you find about Scotland, in this historical romance genre, you know, people having adventures in the beautiful scenery against real historical events. I suppose the big one these days is Outlander, I mentioned earlier on. But there's lots of others as well. Which is one of the ancient British languages that was spoken in this area. Cumbric, we call it. It's quite similar to what is now Welsh. And a Trossach is just a big wide valley, like this over to the right. A big, very, very wide valley. We have the word in Scots Gaelic rather, we say Strath for the same thing, so there's lots of places called Strathspey or Strathnicola or whatever, but this one, the language here, the people that lived here spoke a different language, so we call it a Trossach, and it's given its name to the area. sometimes the ships do come into the port of Rosyth on the other side. It is also a cruise terminal. Your ship's a bit too big to get in there. It's the smaller ships that can dock into Rosyth.
At the speed she's spinning, she's going to spin right here, and she's going to go out like
Head
that.
out, yep, so we can go make a right turn over there.
Mr. Tug just sitting there just in case.
Make sure we don't strike the
Either that or just spin
oil
the front
rig.
end around quicker.
Yeah, it's really moving over there. Pretty, pretty. There is that random pimple over there, way far over there. Bloop. All those folks that live over there. That's the view that we used to have before they turned it around. Hello, birds. Wonder where the dolphin went. Pretty evening.
The terns and seagulls down there checking out and see if we're going to flush up anything to the surface.
They look, sure seems like they're grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, now here we go.
Made the turn.
Made the turn. Okay. As soon as they get what? Maybe facing that way?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. They're not going to, well, obviously they're not going to go between them. It's got to go right out that way.
No, that's what I mean,
Towards that
yeah.
buoy.
So when our nose is facing that direction.
Still turning.
Yeah, we are. That white and black.
Figured the front thruster would have kicked in by
Oh
now.
wait, I think I hear it.
Oh, take a look. You should be able to, if they fire up the front thruster, you're going to see water coming out up there.
No, I think I hear the back one.
Could
Hard
be.
working.
Oh, the props will definitely turn.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't seem real fast, but
Nope.
okay. Bye, Edinburgh. Or ferry. What is it?
Very nice day.
Yeah, very pretty day. Like Captain said, 4th day of sun in a row. Very good.
Okay, so Dunkirk is
Wait. Let me get your
Dunkirk is roughly right over there.
Oh, it's
and comes along all the way over to there. Omaha and all the other beaches are down, way down over there.
oh really?
Yeah. Hitler thought that this was going to be the area that people were going to do an invasion.
Yeah.
It's the shortest distance to go.
Just Dunkirk is visible. Right there.
There's a mass exodus of British, French, Polish, everybody wanted to get out.
Oh wow. Hello, Beef Wellington.
I hope that I can sleep tonight.
Oh, it smells delicious.
It looks delicious.
Oh, Eric, I don't know if that's chocolatey enough for you.
Yeah.
Cereal, good job.
We had such a lovely time. Super happy to be home, but it was very beautiful. Thank you, Queen Mary. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you back next time. Bye-bye for now.